Hey, what are you doing here in this cold? Madam, I was just sitting. I'm looking for work. Do you want a job? Yes, madam, I really need it. The work won't be easy. You'll have to do whatever I say, without asking questions. Madam, if I can just get food twice a day, I'll do anything you ask. I'll give you food, and a place to stay. But you'll have to live with me, in my house. And you must do whatever I say, day or night. Suresh lowered his eyes and said softly, Madam, I understand what you mean, I'm ready. Listen carefully, she added. Whatever work I give you, you will never tell anyone. It will remain a secret between us. Suresh smiled faintly. People like me don't get opportunities like this. God has finally heard me. Friends, this is a true story from Delhi. Near Rajendra Nagar, on a cold January night, a young man named Suresh lived on the footpath, covered only with a torn sheet and cardboard pieces. The cold was unbearable. People wearing heavy coats were shivering, and Suresh didn't even have a proper sweater. Just a torn shirt, a weak jacket, and worn-out slippers. He hadn't eaten for 2 days. Hunger had shrunk his stomach, and the cold had taken away his voice. Around him, the streets were full of lights, laughter, coffee, selfies, and people enjoying their lives. But Suresh sat there like a shadow, someone no one wanted to see. People passed by, ignored him, or made faces. Sometimes he stretched his trembling hands for help, but most didn't even look at him. Security guards would shout, "Don't sit here," and he would silently move away. Suresh had come to Delhi looking for work. His mother was sick back in the village. There was debt. He had hope. But the city gave him nothing but cold, hunger, and humiliation. That freezing night, a luxurious black car stopped nearby. A girl stepped out, wearing a long expensive coat, shining shoes, and a confident attitude. Her name was Pranali. She noticed Suresh. His trembling body, his pale lips, something about him stopped her. "Hey boy, what are you doing here? Cold, no home, came here for work." She looked at him carefully, then said, "If I help you, will you do what I say?" Hope sparked in Suresh's eyes. "Yes, I just need food and a place to sleep. But there will be a condition." "What condition?" "You will do whatever I say, without questions." Suresh hesitated. He remembered his mother, his village, his struggles. "If I say no," he asked quietly, "I'll leave, and you'll stay here." After a long silence, he bowed his head. "Okay, I agree." Suresh sat in the car. For the first time, he felt warmth. The heater's air touched his frozen hands, tears rolled down silently. His life was changing, but he didn't know how. Soon, they reached a huge house. Inside, everything was new, clean floors, lights, soft bed, warm room. He couldn't believe it. He was given clean clothes. When he looked in the mirror, he didn't recognize himself. Pranali said firmly, "I didn't bring you here out of charity. You'll get food and a place, but you'll follow my rules." "Yes, madam," he replied. Days passed. Suresh worked, small tasks, errands, helping around. He wasn't a servant, not exactly family either. Just someone living under a favor. Pranali often reminded him, "Remember where you came from." But Suresh stayed silent. At night, he secretly started reading books from the library. One day, Pranali saw him reading. "You can read. I studied a little in the village." The next day, she said, "Come with me to the office. You'll learn work there." That was the first time she saw him not as helpless, but capable. At the office, everything was new. Computers, English conversations, formal meetings. Slowly, Suresh learned. One day, he completed a file overnight. The client praised it. Pranali was surprised, but proud. On the way back, she asked, "What do you want?" Suresh replied, "Respect, and a chance." The next day, she offered him a job, with salary. Time passed. Suresh grew, learned, and became confident. He brought his mother to the city. One day, he said, "Madam, I want to live independently now. Pranali smiled. That's what I wanted. She gave him a job letter and keys to a small apartment. Before leaving, he said, if I hadn't accepted your condition that night, I might not be alive today. Pranali replied softly, and if you weren't a good human, I wouldn't be able to face myself. Months later, on the same footpath, a man was distributing blankets. It was Suresh. Someone asked, "Who are you?" He smiled, "I used to sit here once, now I just try to help." Every Sunday, he returned, bringing food, medicine, or just listening to people. Because he knew, silence hurts more than hunger. One day, he saw another boy sitting there, hungry, scared, just like his past self. He sat beside him and said, "Come with me. You don't have to stay here tonight." The boy asked, "Any condition?" Suresh smiled, "No condition. Only hard work and respect." Pranali's life also changed. What started as a social project became real humanity. Together, they opened a center called Second Chance for young people like Suresh. No publicity, no fame, because those who need a second chance need trust, not attentions.